All right, chat, give me a second here. We're getting ready to get started. Thank you for being patient. I'm just going to do a little video real quick, and then we're going to get started on today's build. Good morning, chat. Exclamation point add, then we start. All right, chat, let's get started. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, chat, let's get started. Sorry about that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today, guys? Welcome in. Turn the music down a little bit. How are we doing today, guys? Welcome in. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let me just post our reel over on Facebook and Instagram really quick that we're live. Paste. All right, photo. Boom. Done. All right, next. Next. All right, publish. Doing well, man. Doing well. Doing well. How's everybody doing? Alpha Bro, good to see you, man. Dash Deuces, Get Pwned, Snow Drips, Chris Estevez, EK Coop, Celia Mulaldi, and Hamada Yosari. Thank you all for the follows and subscriptions here this morning. Good morning. Give me a second, chat. One second, chat. Hold on, I gotta send something real quick. 1 second. Sorry for delay. One second, chat. All right, here we go. Sorry, chat. All right, we're back. Final upgrade from 5900X and 3080. Sheesh, that's a big upgrade. Morning, Rusty. Z-Man, good morning. This build has a 5090, right? Didn't see the GPU in the build command. It should. Do we have it in there? Smitty, can you add it? Is it not in there? It should have. It should be in there. Hold on. I missed it. All right, I'll let Smitty know. Sorry, Smitty. I just put it in the mod chat. My bad. I thought I put it in there. My bad. Yeah, we got the Astral today. We've got the Astral. We got all the goodies. What's up, Weatherman? How we doing today? Who else we have in chat today? We got a bunch of people in chat. Guys, welcome in. How we doing? Smitty, thank you as always for the updates. Appreciate that, brother. Snow Drips. Chupapi Dean. How we doing today? Welcome in. Got a bundle of Microsoft 9850X3D X70E and 30 gigs RAM for $940. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Is it the weird timing RAM? Because I've been giving all that stuff away. I had to hire. I love these, by the way. If you haven't gotten this, these are so good. You know, I'm checking them out in chat. The Nuri, the vanilla milkshake. It's 30 grams of protein. Tastes like a legit milkshake. There we go. All done. So beautiful build today. I'm already mic'd up. Already did our intro. Already did our intro for YouTube. Gotta get back on the YouTube. Gotta get the YouTubes going back in. We have so many edits to go through. I gotta check our folder. I'm recording to my 4 terabyte SSD here. I gotta check and see. I gotta see how. Yeah, let me see how my storage is looking because I know it. Those are heavy. All right, free space. Okay, now we're good. We still got a terabyte left, but I know I got a lot of videos in there. What's up, Brandon? How we doing today? I actually got to get our YouTube on over here as well. I know you guys have been coming over to YouTube. I've been trying to update the YouTube algorithm to get more people over to YouTube. We've been, honestly, every time we go to YouTube lately, we've been getting like 30 to 40 concurrent viewers over on YouTube. So guys, I appreciate that. Welcome in. Let me get the YouTube up and over here going. Good morning, Trenton. I got to see. Let me see real quick. Okay. All right. I'm doing well. Let's get the YouTube. Oh, come on. Why is YouTube not opening? I just clicked on it twice. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we're good. Ready to build. We've got a monster. Okay, 9850X3D is going on the beautiful Crosshair Apex, which is X870E board from ASUS. It is their top-of-line dual-DIM board. What's going on, Crutch? 61 months. Sheesh. Crutch, appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. We have 40 gigs of RAM. So this is the Kingston. This is like their high bend RAM. This is the 8400 megahertz. Now we won't be running at 8400 megahertz. We'll be dialing in those timings. So we've got that system today. We've got the 9850X3D. We've got 3 terabytes of storage. We've got a 1 terabyte 9100 Pro, which is our Gen 5 drive, which is our primary drive. And then we got a 2 terabyte 990 Evo Plus, which is a 2 terabyte Gen 5 by 2 or Gen 4 by 4. Either one. It's like a 7500 megabytes per second. Really good drive. Going all in the beautiful O11 Vision. We've got some fans going into today's system. We got some Arctic Pro, reverse, and regular fans. We're cooling with a TRYX Panorama SE. Absolutely stunning cooler. Powering with a 1250 watt power supply. A little bit not necessary, but we want to have all the juice possible in today's build. So we have the 1250 GL from MSI. And then for the GPU, we have the tried and true RTX 5090 Astral OC. We've got literally the 2 of the last ones that ASUS had. We've got one on hold. And then we've got the other one right here. Literally, this one came in because we're like, I literally messaged them. It was like Friday or Monday. I'm like, I need one more. I need one more. Do you have one more? They're like, we have one. I was like, yes. They're like, do you anything else? I'm like, yes, I need another Apex board. We're building another one of these here soon. This one, Gina will be here for. This will be an absolutely crazy one because this one's going to be even nuttier for Mr. Finesse. Is that how we say? Is that how we say finesse? Is that finesse? I'm finessey. Is that right? I think that's right. I'm gonna say Jesse. It's easier too. All right, but absolutely beautiful build. I'm gonna get over to the build station. I'm gonna get started on today's build. I'm fine, Essie. It almost looks like it says finesse too, though. Am I wrong? Sorry. It's finesse. My name is Jesse, so it's finessey. See, I was right, Smitty. Smitty always likes to correct me. That's what you get for having a mod that's been like part of your channel for like 78 years. All right, I'm gonna get over to the build station. I'll see you guys over there in a few seconds. Yeah, let's take a look at these beautiful, wrong one, there we go. All these beautiful parts, and let's get started on today's beautiful build. Is this the, turn the music down a little bit too. Turn the music down just a smidge. I know you guys are here on YouTube, but we're gonna turn it down a little bit. And let's get started, chat, let's go. All right, let's get started, chat. Sorry about that, sending text. All right, let's get started. This is a behemoth build. Yes, we'll be staying with the glass as well. We'll be staying with the glass. 60 stream streak. Let's go, Trenton. 60 stream streak for Mr. Trenton. I want to see Z-Man. Z-Man, what are we at now? Yay! We got parts. Parts delivery. Yes, CPUs are going up in price. CPUs are going 15% for AMD. Intel's going up, even though they're launching a new CPU. It's supposed to be around $200. It's going to go up too. It's just ridiculous. Everything's going up. Everything's going up in price constantly, constantly. Give me 1 second, chat. I'll see what came over. We should have one more. We got to figure out where it is. All right. Dom, when you get a second, can you break that down, like right in the middle over there? So it's right in front of that. Thank you. Yeah, we got to break that down. All right. Sorry about that, chat. Let's get back to it. Streak is up to 137 streams. Sheesh. Yeah, I just saw it today. AMD says 15%. 15%, they said they're in a tweet, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I pray God not. All right, look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Your little kiss, you know. Beauty. All right. Let's go on yonder. All right. Let's get this behemoth of a board out. The beautiful Apex. Yeah, if you haven't ordered yet, like get on it because everything's going up. The only thing I've seen potentially going down in price was bank accounts for everybody. It's just and that's not trying to be a joke. It's just, yeah, you know, just. All right, look above. Look at the pack. I always love the packaging. Look at this board. That's pretty. It's also heavy too. There we go. Leave this in here. All of our other stuff down below. We're not even in touch base. Let me see what we have down below here. Not funny with sure. I know, dude. Literally. I wasn't trying to be like sarcastic, but it's just like, yeah. This is for additional NVMe drives. It's a PCIe slot reader, Wi-Fi, clips, got some stickers, a couple other little things down here. We've got pet collection. Well, I don't know what that means. It said pet collection, but it's not. Memory fan kit. What? We're overclocking the RAM. I didn't know it came with that. Oh, it does. I'm gonna check that out later. That's pretty sweet. It's for memory fan kit. That is pretty sweet. Honestly, I don't know if we'll need it because we're not going super overclocking the RAM. So you can go pretty wild with it, but we'll see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Motherboard off the side, out of the way. Got our fans. Beautiful, beautiful P12 Pro from Arctic. Reverse fans today. Yeah, I got that, Jesse. LOL. All right, awesome. Yep, I saw that. I just saw your text on my watch, and then I saw it on my phone. So you're good to go. All right. Get this box tray back over yonder. We'll keep that inside the box. All right. Caution, only remove the expansion card from the closest motherboard rear I/O pins. Like that. So we're saying for the, actually put this on the motherboard box. We want to keep this so the customer has it. There we go. So when they look at it, boom, they can see it right inside the box. I stuck it right to the inside of the box, so you have to see it when you open it. What a flex with the Amex, right? Sheesh. All right. Beautiful board. That's a stunner. We're not using the DIMM 2 today. We're only using the primary 2 slots. That's for the fan. That's pretty crazy. I mean, this is like overclocking modes on. I mean, this is a beautiful board. It's a stunning board. It's got a lot of cellophane. I'll pop some of it off really quick. There's one. So our secondary, I believe our secondary NVMe slots are down here. Our primary is right here. We'll be utilizing that. We'll indeed be utilizing this slot. This is the down. What is the inside? It's got cellophane on the inside in here. There's cellophane on the inside of the board. That's interesting. Haven't seen that before. Off the back. We built this board once before, but it was a while ago. Because they're usually not in stock, honestly. So, let's get our thermal pad cover off. This will be for our 9100 Pro. So we've got our primary drive today is 9100 Pro. Love the motherboard, yeah. I put plastic all over it. Dream build, yeah. Wait till you see the one we're doing for Jesse here. His is wild as well. Absolutely wild. There we go. 9100 Pro is in. Locked in place. There it is. That's a crazy heatsink for that drive, by the way. Like absolutely crazy heatsink. All right, so I'm gonna check it this way really quick because the I/O, it has like it has cellophane right here on this little RGB kind of like it's like a plexiglass right here, part of the board. So we gotta take that off right there. All right. Have you done a crazier build than mine? Yours up there, man. No cap, no lie. It's probably gonna be one of the craziest builds we'll do on stream for sure. We've done some crazy builds, but on stream, that might top it. So what we're doing here is get chat. Just wait for it. He's got all the cores. He's got all the products. He's got all the goodies, and we're going even custom paint, custom powder coating on this one, chat. So. That's gonna be a build. All right, socket looks good. Let's drop this 9850 down and in. Here's like my build's gonna be basic after. Yeah, everything. When you guys come for this one, it's gonna be nuts. We got custom colors, custom cables, the whole nine. All right, CPU's down and in. All right. Okay. All right, good there. Next is going to be our NVMe drives. Our additional NVMe drive, which I believe we have right here, under here. I'm gonna check over underneath the VRM, or the covers here. I believe they're right here. So I don't want to install a additional M.2 or a additional PCIe riser just for the yep, there we are. I figured they'd be down here. Boop. There it is. Let's get our 2 terabyte drive here. I mean, you got anything else, man? That is a ridiculous. It's gonna be a ridiculous build. It's gonna be a staple and a showcase too. You gotta like show people and friends. You'd be like, look at what we built, and you're like, they'll be like, hot damn. So our secondary drive today was a 990 Evo Plus, phenomenal drive. We've been using them a little bit more here and there as they've been really good in price, also really, really good in performance. A lot of our secondary drives, even some of our primary drives, we've been utilizing these lately because they're just so good for the price. Shout out to Samsung for keeping them pretty realistic in pricing. Bring it back down and in on this beautiful Apex board. There we go, all in. All right, now RAM today. You guys are like, what are we doing for RAM? Whew. We got a special kit today. This is a very rare kit. I believe this 40 gig kit was selling for like a couple $1,000s the other day. We found one. They're hard to find. They're almost not produced anymore. We have 48 gig, 2x24, 8400 megahertz of DDR5. So this is like a high performance kind of overclocking, or CU DIMM as well if you want to do it, but you can really dial this RAM kit in. Which would be, it'd be hellacious as also maintenance. I think we're doing yours on a stage too, so if you want to put something on a stage, it'll look really good. But this is the beautiful Fury RAM here, the Renegade. The Renegade DIMMs. There's 1 and 2. There you go, all in there. It's a 2-DIMM board. Not necessarily. You get more PCIe power. You get a little bit more I/O on the back of a lot of the newer X870E boards. So, but are you going to see a lot of difference in like gaming or anything like that? No. I would say X870Es be better for a lot of streamers because you get more USB on the back, better PCIe power, better USB power on those beautiful X870E boards. But B850 boards are fine. They're phenomenal. I mean, it depends on if you really need it. But look at his toes. You don't want him, he'll be in sweatpants there. You don't want him touching any of your stuff. Toxicity B. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. No, you'll be fine. I mean, you can still stream with them. I'm saying for like your I/O on the back on a board like an 850 isn't going to look like 2 40 gig USB Type Cs, a bunch of 10 gig Type Gs, 5 gig LAN, Wi-Fi 7. You won't be like that. You might have like a 140 gig USB and another 10 gig USB and maybe like 4 or 5 USB 3.0s. This one's a board. A lot of the X870 boards are a little bit more advanced on the back for the I/O. But not saying they're not well equipped on a B850. They're just a bit more in depth here. That's a big upgrade, Nate. That's a big upgrade. 9070 is actually really good. It's kind of a sleeper card that doesn't get the credit it deserves. All right, let's grab our cooler. Coach, spit cooler. Our TRYX Panorama SC. Our favorite coolers right now. Oh, let's cut myself with this sharp razor. All right. Right. Poppy, did you already order from us? I'm pretty sure you already ordered from us, right? What was the, if you tell me some of the other stuff with your build, I can tell you where it's at. I think we actually just built yours. I think we just built yours actually today. I think it's on the station now. You're getting software as we speak. All right. So for this beautiful build, oh, is a build minus a GPU since I ordered separate? Okay, so maybe it's a different one. Wait, Jupoppy, is it? I remember that build. We've actually might have even been building that one already too. we've been building pretty fast. As we get stuff in, really the only thing slowing us down right now has been memory. Getting memory in from like Kingston, and even that's not that bad. And some of our GPUs. We're waiting on a bunch. We were waiting on our 5070s to come in from Gigabyte. So we'll be using more Gigabyte products, chat. They've been keeping pricing super competitive, where everything else is kind of going up. Gigabyte's been pretty consistent. And I really like their Eagle cards. Their Eagle cards are kind of like a, no offense to MSI, but like a better version of the Ventus. So we've been getting some of the Eagle like 5070s, 5070 Ti's, and not to mention they're giving us stock of white GPUs right now. So shout out to Gigabyte for that. She's our rep over at Gigabyte. They're giving us a lot of white 5070s, 5070 Ti's right now, and white 5080s. So if they're coming in, chat, we're gonna try and put them in your hands. So we are working on a few white builds, a signature white build featuring, you can either go from all the way from a 7800X3D to a 9800X3D, and they'll be able to go from 5070 all the way up to a 5080 in white on our builder on our website soon. So I'm working on getting that done here really soon. It's gonna be it's gonna be like our Frost system, or I gotta come up with a name for it, but it'll be all white. White cooler, white case, white motherboard, white RAM, white GPU, white cables. Just a full whiteout build that you can go and just literally click the parts you want, like a GPU you want, and then you're good to go. Is there shipping on this 5090 in chat? And a 9070 XT in white too, that's right, AJ wants to do that too. Because we'll be using ASRock white power supply. So we can do both a white ASRock card, like a 9070 XT, or we can do all the other goodies that come with a NVIDIA card. So, what's up, Ramber? My heart hurts. Yeah, Ramber is gonna be one of our first ones. Not like our guinea pig, but like our first one so we can showcase the photos of it. But that's not yet. I don't think, this is for Phil. I don't think Phil's in chat, is he, AJ? I don't believe he is. I don't know if he's in chat. We told him we were building it today, but I don't think he's in chat. So, but he ordered about 2 weeks ago. So it kind of tells you right now, most of our builds on stream, stuff like that, about 2 weeks. So, all right. There's our beautiful motherboard, chat. Look at that. Sheesh. Gotta let her know flooring is optional. Yeah. Note that man broke it to lay down the floor so we can, instead of hiring someone, do it. Save some money, get a new PC. You're on an older 3070. I mean, 3070 is not bad, don't get me wrong. You can play a lot of games, you have to turn the graphics down. It's not a bad graphics card by any means. 3070 is not a bad one. But you put like a 5070 or 5070 Ti against it right now, sheesh, it mops the floor. All right, motherboard's all installed there, chat. We have the beautiful Apex, X870 ASUS Apex, with the 9850X3D down the socket, our standoffs are in place with that beautiful TRYX Panorama. We have our 48 gigs of Fury. Sorry, I might as well show you. 48 gigs of Fury at 8400 megahertz. Now, we won't be running that on this board. We'll be probably dialing some custom timings, maybe like a 6000 CL26, something like that, potentially, CL28. Respectively, not too hot, running good. 1 terabyte 9100 Pro from Samsung. It is the phenomenal Gen 5 up to 14,000 megabytes per second. Then we down here below, we have the 990 Evo Plus, which is our secondary drive today. So you have all the storage, all the goodies on our ASUS board. Let's slide it aside and get our case out. That beautiful compact vision. We believe we built in the compact, or the Vision a few weeks ago, but we've not built the compact on stream yet. So we built in the compact today. Lian finally listened. They decided to say, hey, yeah, let's start putting better foam around our cases. Thank you, Lian, for doing so. Just such a nice job doing this. It's around all of the case now. They are reinforcing the sides. Obviously, there's a lot more glass on the Vision, so they're doing that. Plus,
They're putting cardboard around the edges, which help reinforce the case. And on the parts of the glass, as you can see here, they are putting more padding right there. It's also got another piece of glass inside there too, but I'll be there in a second. But I like how they're reinforcing all the corners, so when this thing ships, it's nice and durable. This is also a nice feature. They started putting this around the glass. So when glass pieces are touched, they can't chip. Probably the number one most annoying thing that Lian done, that companies don't do, is they don't support the glass. Now we will be taking out the metal in here because we'll have a full glass showcase in today's build. I love how it's got the GPU support bracket built into the case. A+ on that as well. Okay. Let's start building this beautiful PC. All right, there it is, chat. That is our beautiful 011 Compact Vision. So if you look at it, you're like, what's so special about this case? Well, the great thing about the Compact Vision is they took the beautiful Vision and they made it even more compact. So instead of having the cables going through here, we can now pass the TRYX Panorama through the grommet here, which I actually just popped out. Pop it back in place. And you run your AIO actually through this chamber right here. That way you don't see any of the cables as much. It's just a lot cleaner. Gonna put the grommet back in place, the fun part. That's so easy as to pop in and out. There it is. There it is. All right, back in place. Pastor, they were off to adjust that, but there it is, back in place for the most part. That's our Compact Vision. Since I need a new desktop, but I'm dumb, definitely not smart, where should I go and if I would ask for help? Just like hockey, just DM, I'll get you in set up. Get you all set up. Give me a second, chat. It's blowing me up on my phone here. One second, chat. All right. Paid for similar for my grandparents' living room floor, less square footage, but they didn't demo the previous floor. Ooh, they built over the top of it. All right. There's our Vision. So let's work right on it. I wish you were closer because I have good friends that do flooring. One of my best friends is a flooring guy, Mr. Dustin at Danner Flooring out of Newville, Pennsylvania. He's done all my flooring in all my houses, family's houses, everything. So, but he does a phenomenal pricing on all this stuff. All right, let's get this motherboard down and in chat. There it is. Flooring is expensive, yes. That's why I like LVP. But he gets really good pricing on like Mohawk, Anderson, everything like that. So you can get this pricing really good. So I think we did full carpet. We did like 2,600 square feet of carpet and flooring when we moved into our new house. And it was like 12K maybe, 12 grand. That's flooring, carpet, and LVP through the entire house. It was like 2,800 square feet of flooring, give or take. If not even more, 3,200 square feet. There's a commercial grade flooring in our basement, so it never like gets beaten up. It was really phenomenal pricing. This PC costs more than your kidneys. You probably would have to donate a kidney, yes. This is a pretty pricey one today. You have an even pricier one coming soon. All right. Found it, perfect. You have a carpet removal, vinyl install for the 200. It's 8K? That's insane. That's insane, Ramber. You definitely could get that cheaper. I wish, man, if he was closer to you, he'd be a lot cheaper. Like I said, I did over 3,000 square feet of flooring, of demo, everything. Demo, flooring, carpet, the whole nine, and it was like 12K. Like triple the size and triple the amount of floors. That's what I'm saying. His pricing would just be blow it away. But you're in California, so you get pay the California luxury tax. How are we doing over there, Puffy, on YouTube? Welcome in. YouTubers, how are we doing today over there? You want $250 to move the washer and dryer. What? They don't just do that? Like, that's another thing. He would just do that type of stuff. He just includes it. He's like, oh, I'm doing that bathroom, or I'm doing the laundry room. Yeah, I'll just do that, you know? That's crazy, man. You're just in, I don't know why you decided to move to California. If I move anywhere, Texas. Texas or Florida, man. Everybody else wants to charge you an arm and a leg. I feel like those two states, people just want you to live. SSDs, do you happen to know the read and write speed of the ones you all use? It depends on the one. So the crazy part is we've white labeled a lot of our Gen 4s. So our Gen 4s are typically we're using Kingston. We're using either NV3s. We're using like Samsung 990 Evo Pluses. We're using some of the crucial like T500s. The SSDs are varying in price and availability constantly from either our different distributors that we're just varying, but at least they're usually 5,500 plus megabytes per second. So we're constantly evaluating like which ones we can get and give the customer the best bang for buck, like all the time. Going to Kentucky when Mrs. Hockey finishes school in a couple of years. That's not bad either. I've heard Tennessee and Kentucky are pretty good states to live in. All right, all installed there for our motherboard inside the case. I'll give you guys a front close up here. Absolutely stunning case and the motherboard combo. It's nice, Clark. That's real nice. All right, I will need our light for the back of this as we get ready to start working on this case. Cables, so on and so forth, and what have you. Fans. We'll work on our bottom fans. Get a reverse fans, reverse. These are our regulars, so these are our reverse. Reverse, they go on our cooler, reverse go on the bottom, and we have two exhaust fans here on the side. So pull, reverse, exhaust. We have the beautiful P12s from Arctic, beautiful RGB. I'll have to look here in a second. We just built it, I believe. Did we build this yet? AJ, can you DM me real quick the name so I can just go look? I think we're either building it today or it's getting built like tomorrow or really soon. I'll know here in a minute. I can take a look. Thank you, AJ. See if we built it yet. We've already built it. Let me look. What's that name? I know what word. I gotta look. I gotta double check. I believe I used the T500. I think. I'm pretty sure it's T500. This PC is 6 months of paychecks. Man, I hope you make more than that in 6 months, brother. All right, Nate. I'm looking for Nate. Oh, you just did that one? Oh, Nate's is done? Old Nate's is done? Yeah, we're waiting for the RAM to come in. Ram should be here tomorrow for his. I believe it's an NV3 Nate. I think you're on an NV3 Nate. Rears is done. We had a free RGB rear fan because I don't think we charged you. We didn't charge you for that, but we did add a rear RGB fan. Looks good, man. It looks good. Looks real good. Got this beautiful Corsair reverse fans in it. Looks good. Looks really good. Yeah, we added the this one. I believe this was like close to 9K I think for today's build. So, all right, let's get our fans in. All right. Big cost being obviously the Astral, the amount of storage and the amount of RAM. Things have gone up so much in the last few months. Obviously expensive cooler, things go up, but absolutely stunning build. I think once I check, I'll double check, but I believe once we have it, I know we got ordered everything in, I gotta double check what because I ordered yours, I gotta look. Let's see. I'm looking right now. Oh, I don't think I got the SSD yet. I didn't get your SSD yet, but I'll look. I did order the case. I think we're waiting for the SSD. But I'm gonna probably order yours here today or tomorrow. I mean, you gotta be okay. Are you in a third world country? 10 grand in the course of a year. In America, I know some people make that like weeks doing different kind of jobs and things like that. That's crazy. In a year, you got to be in a different country. No, and I don't mean any offense by that, because some countries just are unfortunately in very perverse conditions. And I don't mean any disrespect by that at all. Second world country, okay. What country are you in where $10,000 is a yearly salary? Canada? Shut up, Ramber. Do they have free healthcare? People talk on California. 9 out of 10 have never been here. Another one I have, they couldn't afford to have a good time. Yeah, it's expensive. I mean that no disrespect. California is a very expensive state. Just after Mr. Finesse told me how much his wife spends on credit card bills. South Africa. Welcome in. That's a place I would love to visit. Cape Town. Isn't that like some of the craziest like surfing is in the world in Cape Town? I know it's weird off topic, but I'm pretty sure like that's like a crazy good surfing area. Like one of the biggest swells or something like that are down there. Free healthcare? Romania, all right. Welcome in from Romania. We got some people all over the world. See, YouTube's crazy. I feel like YouTube, you get like you get people all over the world coming from on YouTube. Get on Twitch, US, Canada. YouTube, we got people all over the world in here. I love to see it. South Africa, Romania. Beautiful Arctic reverse fans. Start feeding these bad boys. Start working on our front panel connections as well. Speed limit. Dude, it barely broke the teens this winter. What are you talking? Where? Wait, what are you talking about, Ramber? Won't cellophane off the Arctic covers, off the fans. These are really good fans, by the way. I really like these Arctic fans. NorCal area I'm in, it was a warm winter. Supposed to get really big there in South Africa. Yeah, I've seen it. Like surfers all over the world go there just to catch some of the waves. I know that. All right. All right, start working on our cables, our fans, all the goodies. First is going to be our HD audio. Pass this over, down, and through. Probably should have done some of these cables before I put these fans in, but we can just pull them out really quick if we need to. Make it more difficult for myself. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes you get so excited to build, you just don't think sometimes. Actually, I'll pop these out really quick. Just slide them up forward. Just want to use front cables really quick. I'm going to pop this up like so. So I can get my hands down here easier. Plug these few little cables in. There we go. All right. Front panel. more panels in. All right, next is going to be Type-C, USB 3.0. Go all in there. Good, good. What sense was that? I didn't see that the statements. All right, somebody's got the cable management mode, chat. I missed some of the stuff in chat. I apologize. Dallas Fort Worth area has the worst driver I've ever seen in my life. I heard it's bad down there. Some days in snow in Florida, where my parents are. In Florida? What? Snowing? It's kind of wild, Ramber, I'm not gonna lie. Hear that out of Florida. That is crazy. RGB, RGB, RGB. Our fan headers. I'm in deja vu. Just fan header in. All right, RGB is next. Give me a second, chat. We're on all these cables. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Get this daisy chain, so I'm just working the cables back here really quick. We're gonna tuck them all in. And then we're going to start zip tying some of these cables down and start working on power supply and then our cooler, our rear fans. All right. My mom's second time ever seeing being snow. That's crazy. Mountain areas. Where are you at, weatherman? Where are you at again? Tons of fun gaming. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it over here on Twitch. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Polaris Racer, thanks for the sub over on YouTube. Welcome in. Upstate South Carolina. I've heard South Carolina's nice. I got friends that live out that way. That's where, I'm pretty sure that's where Odie is, Ramber. I think Odie is out that way. Pretty sure in the Carolinas. Oh, north or south, can't remember. He's out that way. We've got a lot of customers in the Carolinas that buy PCs from us. Quite a few, quite a few. There we go, all in there. Touch it back in. I'm going to put the screws back in really quick. We will have to get back down here later for more fans, more RGB, and our USB-C, but I might be able to get our USB. Our USB is for our cooler. It won't be hard to get in there. It's just for the AMOLED. Come on, you. Pop down. There we go. I'm going to put it in slightly. We're not going to tighten all the way in case we have to pull these back out. Put all this pressure on these little screws. Don't need to do that. There you go. Halfway in. All right. All right. I'll hydrate real quick, chat. How much was the 5090 Air up there? Like 45, almost, they're 45 plus, almost like $5,000 now with taxes. And we do have founders cards coming in though. So people are looking for more of a budget, less like premium 5090. We definitely have those options available. They're actually available right now. So if you want to get a 5090 build, but don't want the highest end spec, you can reach out to us. We can do that. We'd have to take a look at that because they are a little bit more affordable for sure. Like not just a little bit, they're a lot more affordable. But if you want the best, we can. This is we just got rid of our last two Astrals. Literally just the last two Astrals ASUS had. Thank God to Team ASUS for getting us those last two. This one and then one coming in a couple weeks. Mr. Finesse in chat. Yes, our team over at NVIDIA literally just reached out and said, hey, we got our founders cards for you finally. I'm like, yay. Thank you. Okay, good, good, good. Remember, it's the same everywhere, ridiculous expensive? Yeah, especially if you get crazy. Like, we got some crazy RAM going in yours. It's like 6,000 C26 RAM. So it's really high-end RAM that you've got going here, so yeah, it's pricey. Plus, we're also doing the special coloring. I don't give it away. We've got some special colors on your build, so it's a little bit more pricier than a normal RAM. But I know you wanted a statement piece, so we're doing a statement piece. It's gonna go up. It's crazy. We got pricing the other day. We just got pricing from Kingston, and their prices went up again. I think 32 gigs of RAM is like 484. So, and it depends on the price. I think they vary from like 484 to like 491. So our pricing is 499. We might make $7 on a kit of RAM to $10. But usually we give some people use like partner codes. It just wipes it pretty much the cost. Yeah, RAM is stupid. But I like Kingston RAM because there's no questions asked. If our customers have a problem with it, boom, sent is another sent. 30 gig of RAM is $800 in New Jersey. So there you go. Our cost is $499, so it's $300 cheaper than retail. All right, we have to do rear fans, power supply. We get the power supply in. We're gonna do the power supply. We do a power supply last? Yeah, we do our power supply last actually. To help higher cables. We're gonna work on cooler and rear fans next. We get our two rear fans, then we're working on our cooler next. We do our power supply last, that way we have all the room back here to work on cables and manage things. That's crazy. Z-Man, that's what it's like. That's honestly what it's like. We've been talking about it for a while, you know? All right, extra fan. How's it look, Dom? Is there just one in there or two? In that box? We have one more coming, that's why. We got Uno Mas trade-in. Uno Mas. It smells like menthol. Maybe he is a menthol enjoyer. Thank you, Dom. This one's done. We can power that off and put it on the shelf over there underneath that box.
This is all ready to go then once you take pictures of it.
Yes. Luis, that thing looks crazy. That's a big 5070 Ti. Holy cow. That is a monster 5070 Ti. That's the gaming. We told the customer, I'm like, dude, you got lucky. The last 5070 Ti we had was a gaming. That thing's chonky. That thing a chungus. All right, let's get our reverse fans in over yonder. Or not our reverse fans, our exhaust fans in over here. Go upside down. So we get longer cable runs for these bad boys. Also get our cellophane off the front. Boom. Love how the cables run right here. Uno. You go like this. That way they look similar on the same RGB path, and this isn't having a ton of cable hanging out. This one can hide it. Okay. All right, put that in first. They only give us one set of fan screws for a 3-pack of fans. Hey yo. They gave us 1, 2, 3. They gave us 6 screws for a 3-pack of fans. Yep. Okay. Okay, at the bottom here. Oh, sorry, Mr. BT Stress. How's you doing, Pastor Tim? Sorry about that. Guys, I'm just catching back up on chat up there. What are we doing today? Dom? One. Say chat. Cover this, Dom. All right, well, I'm doing well. Diagonal screws, yeah, no, I got extra screws, I'm not worried about that. I was just weird, they only gave me 6 for an 8-fan setup, you know what I mean? So I have 2 more, okay, I have a bunch right here. 1, 2, 1. That's why I keep this big bowl of extra screws over here, because you never know if packaging can happen. Packaging mistakes can happen from these brands, so. The 2 screws are slightly different, but there we go. There they are. Beautiful Arctic exhaust fans there. So we're gonna do a little trickster here. I need to get a really thin zip tie. We're gonna zip tie to the back so those wires don't kind of like show in there. And you get a small, really small, fine zip tie. Itty bitty little big space. Thick one, here we go. Really small one, perfect. We can kind of zip tie to the honeycomb grid behind so you don't see that wire kind of drop down over the ROG board back there. We're in a little itty bitty zip tie right here. This is just gonna keep all these 4 wires in check right here. And you won't even see it. pull everything nice and close right there. And zip tie right like that. There we go. All these wires nice and tucked in, you don't ever see them, and they just drive right out the back. A little zip tie is just a little thing you do to make cable management even cleaner. You don't really see it on the back of the case, not going to interfere with shipping, but it keeps all these wires from kind of popping out over here and looking ugh. If you don't want ugh on a nice PC like this, especially when we're bringing the cables back this way. So that's pulling them here and then sort of because we're bringing them around the back here at the top. So to make sure they look nice and neat. And that they are. All right. I don't need your love. I don't need your love. I'd love to hear my son's friend may be getting ready to ship soon. Ready to ship soon, nice. We actually have a couple of really good ready to ships. We also have a couple of bargain bins, chat. I don't know if you guys have checked out our new bargain bin system. Those are some, we've refurbished PCs that have come in on trade from some of our customers. Parts that are accessible and ready to be serviced and tested. They can go back into other systems. We're utilizing that. So we have a couple of PCs right now with like some pretty good specs. So we've got a really nice, what do we have right now? I believe we have a really, really nice 3090 build, actually, like a really nice 3090 build that just got finished up. It's got a 1400K 3090, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte drive. It's like $2 grand. It's a 3090, so it's going to kind of compete with like a 5070 Ti would be. We're in that space in a lot of today's titles. That's around $2 grand. Really nice system. Dark Hero board, so you have all the I/O stuff you'd ever want, all the goodies. That just got finished being built. And I picked it up yesterday. We have a couple of cheapos. We have more budget-friendly systems as well that are out there. So check those out too. There's RGB right here. There's one. I don't need your love. I don't need your love. Yes, sir. Now remember, you would probably get a couple hundred. I mean, I'd have to look at your system since it is pretty dated. I mean, you're talking like 6 years old. Stuff that's like 6 years old doesn't get as much value as something that's definitely newer. I'm gonna just be transparent and tell you guys. Like if you have like older PCs like that, like somebody's like, I have a, the other day on our trade and on our website, like they're on our Discord thread, they're like, I have a 2600, 16 gigs of RAM, or like a B350 board, or like it was a really old Intel board. Like our Ryzen 5 2600 is not worth a lot to us because I can't tell you how long that is going to live. Realistically, it's older Ryzen CPUs, and those things are rock solid and bulletproof. But there's a lot of variable there, you know. So, but yeah, awesome. Yeah, Patrick, you always shoot me a message. You know that, sir. Kalur Azarin. I hope I say that your name right. I don't want to butcher your name's Karul. Karul Azarin. I hope you said that right. Welcome to our YouTube. Thanks for the subscription. Again, we also had Hamad Yusari, Sila Mwandi, also over on YouTube. Welcome in. We got people all over the world coming over on YouTube and hitting the subscription here today. Appreciate that, guys. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, cooler time. Spit the cooler. Beautiful TRYX AMOLED. There it is, our screen there. Let's get our cooler out. I'm gonna take our fans off here today because we're gonna be putting some reverse fans on. Where's AJ at? AJ, more to the TRYX stockpile. So our ever running joke that we have here, because we have a lot of TRYX Rotos fans. These are really good fans. You're like, I think pretty sure Noctua makes these for them, for TRYX. couple more screws here. One more screw. Perfect. The cable. What was that? There it is. Okay. All right, so our pump. So we have to go like this. We're gonna actually flip this bad boy up and down, upside down. And put our fans in here. This is the hard part, chat, because we got to keep it elevated. Okay. Get our reverse fans out. Do you prefer AIOs or regular coolers? They go both ways. Both ways. They can both do really well. Air coolers are really good on lower systems. They don't need a lot. Obviously, AIOs are better for systems you want to push harder. You're going to need kind of overclocking, undervolting, all the goodies. It's nice to have a really good cooler there. But honestly, some of these like 6 heat pipe tower coolers, 7 heat pipe tower coolers can cool a lot of today's top gaming CPUs like 9850X3D, the 7800X3D with ease. So it just really comes down to preference. I will say it is a little easier to ship an AIO because tower coolers with all these crazy designs can get a little bit more cumbersome or potential for for bending. I've had a couple bend in the past. Usually, honestly, just bend it back. But yeah, we just always like to be transparent. All right, so we want to go. Like sideways, okay. Okay, this is gonna be the fun part, chat. We have to align the first one. The fun part, getting these fans on the back of this rad, because I can't really set it on anything because once I have to get one fan kind of hold it in place and then I can get them. There we go. Okay, now we can do it. Perfect. Okay. Good. All right, any questions, chat? Anybody in chat have questions? PC stuff, hardware stuff right now? Get a lot of that here and there. We'll try to get to that when I can. We ever get a free second, so I try to do that. And I'm just doing, it's all on a rad, so right now is a good time to ask those kind of questions. Can't afford the PCs in the bargain bin. A $799 one in there, I know they have that. Okay. There we go. A couple more screws here. They're replying to a text chat. We have a customer coming to pick up here in about 15, 20 minutes. So we're going to have to hop out for 1 second while they pick up. We have mods here. They're going to put up like a BRB if we have to when the customer shows up. So I'm just doing a customer pickup. Dom usually leaves around 12:30 for the day. Is it 6:30 to 12:30? Our morning shift. 2 months pay. $700, 2 months pay. Where are you? Where are people coming from today? We got some people in chat all over the world. Man, I understand. I'm not trying to be rude, but that is definitely tough. I can understand like that is tough to support family, everything like that, for sure, for sure. Gotta feed these through up front here on the side. Caught on. There we go. Make sure all our cables are through. Good, good, okay. There we go. All locked in place. All right. Houses in my city cost more than houses in my city cost more than in the United States? From Brazil? Welcome. We have people. So we have people all over today. All over. Love to see it. Okay. I'm just working on the wiring chat. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh my God, it's hard. It's hard to get that right there. Perfect. Good. In the corner. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's step on our chat. We get ready to put our cooler in next. Get this installed. Yes, perfect. Okay. Go top down. We're gonna pop this down, pop the cooler on really quick. Finish up our cables after that. Okay. And we're gonna just pop this off really quick and hit it with a fresh thing of TRYX. Give me a quick paper towel. $8.5 months to pay. Man. I feel for you, sir. I feel for you. All right. Let me get paper towel. A little dab of isopropyl, just to wipe the pump face off. Okay. Give me a second here, chat. Just to do that. I'm gonna top down. All right. Okay. Clean. Hands are clean. All right, perfect. TRYX. All right. Hendo, thanks for the resub, 3 months. Appreciate that. Welcome in. I say a PC over medical bills. I'm sorry to hear about that, man. I am sorry to hear about that. No, I did not want to happen, just happened. Pop the top on me. Just one screw. Okay. All right, we're not putting any pressure on it now. We have pressure on it, so we're on the thermal pad, thermal paste. Sorry. Pressure on that, perfect. just tap it. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on these real quick. It's a low torque screwdriver. Okay. Okay, we get through screwed down chat. Give me a second here. All right, how are you in chat? How are we doing today? Looking good so far? You guys liking the build? It's a fun one. Secure, good, good. Address the cables here in a second on the back. Perfect. Good, good, good. All right. All right. That was fun. That's a fun one. Always a fun one, chat. Let's work on the. Oops, give me the wrong screen. Hold on. Always have to work. That's always a fun part. There we go. This is the grommet up here, getting this back in place, ever so slightly, so it's not popping off. Getting there. It's a lot of time just to tenderly place it back in. Hit this Velcro right here. The Velcro strap. Okay, zip tie. Pull it tighter. There you go. Okay. Whew. All right, love the build. Appreciate that. Beautiful as ever. Yes, it sure is. All right. We're going to get the pump lines run first. Just going to up and over. 4-hour AIO. Oh, the RGB will be next here. RGB. Okay, we have one more to run in here. Up and up to it. Share runs down here. It was tied. It's a tie right here. Some neat. All right. Okay. Whew, need a fan on in here. Getting hot in here. Warmer day, hotter in here. All right. Up and over, it's gonna go right onto our pump. Ow, pinch myself. It's right onto our CPU fan header. Perfect, okay. All right, RGB sync. Looking sick, definitely considering using the Vision Compact next build. Yeah, it's a nice one. On my old 5600X, 9600X. That's actually not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. 5600X still had to hold its own in a lot of today's style titles. It's still a great AM4 CPU. Always been a fan, always will be. Always love that beauty. All right. Hey, what's up, Corey? How are we doing today, Corey? Sorry about your laptop stuff earlier today. I appreciate. Sorry to hear about it. We can't really do too much about those older laptops. Sometimes laptops, they solder on those CPUs and those GPUs, and they're just make it untouchable. Another disadvantage of a laptop is they once they get older, they get obsolete. You know. I will say, Jesse, if you're still here, we are going to have a nice long stream with Mr. Gino here when he comes up for this one, because these are definitely an advanced build, for sure. All right, there's one. There's our RGB cable I see right there. I'm trying to pull it through. All right. I was wondering if I can upgrade the motherboard. Most likely no. It'd be it's like a whole laptop board because the way they do the BIOS and everything. The only thing we can look at is the BIOS. But since you said the CPU is no longer in the upgrade plan, like they can't upgrade that anymore, I don't know much else we could do, honestly. Because it's just the date, you know how old it is. Might be time to get a new one, Corey, unfortunately. Microsoft doesn't want to support Windows 11, and Windows 11 doesn't support it by certain programs. Or some programs are only on Windows 11. Like yours, for example, Corey. It's crazy what they do. It's crazy. It's like these companies are working together. You know? It's almost like they're working together. They knew this was going to happen. Boom, you got to go do this, go do that, jump through hoops for this, jump through hoops for that, you know? All right. Okay. Snip some of these zips back here. All the RGB cables, things like that. So we're on to the power supply. All our fans are in. Time to run power. How are we looking so far, chat? Looking good? Yeah, they look at the profits and how they can all profit off each other. That's what they do. That's what they do. off already. Yep, I did. Okay. I am going to run this down first, really quick. Our AMOLED, then our power supply. Conspiracy theory, yeah, the processor's too old, like 8 years too old. You get new, I mean, you can honestly probably get a used one, Corey, or a good laptop that's very comparable for a pretty good price in today's, in the industry today. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a pretty good deal on a new one. Like it's gonna blow that, and it's gonna be a lot more feistier, if you know what I mean. This is the only thing I have to worry about is this. There's a screen. One chat. With the cables. He's bumping the tubing. I'm trying to figure out the best way to mount the screen right now because it's getting close. I have to move the pump. But we might be able to get it. Tubes. Now the pressure is the tubes right here. Switch the tubes this way, up and over. There we go. This is closer this way, more space slack. Give me a second, chat. Oh. What's up, Reaper? How we doing? I might even send HP an email, see if they can recommend a motherboard or upgrade a pro. I don't know if you can, Corey. Give me a second, chat. One second, chat. Chat, all good. I have to move the pump. We have to move the pump. Try to see how we can move it so it's not too much different. I need to clip this. One second, I need to clip this zip tie back here. Found the solution. Okay. Try to hide all wires. Okay, we got it. Holy cow, that's crazy. All right, we're back. So is DDR5 even worth it at the moment? Yes, 100%. Depends on the title of the game you're playing, though. Do you do any kind of trip that only watch the PC builds once? Once in a while I'll do games. It's not the Crosshair. No, this is a Lian. This is Lian. It's a Lian compact today. I don't know why I didn't think about doing this earlier. It's flipping it sideways. When we 180'd it. We're in here. Thanks for replying. I appreciate it. Always. We always reply. We always reply. Sorry about the delay. Sorry, when sometimes I'm like in the zone here and I'm doing something, sometimes I might not look up and see a text. I apologize, or a chat message. Always applying when you can. Okay, here we go. Slightly torque down, get the rest of the torque in. This is gonna be the fun part. I gotta just make this cleaner. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Very good, perfect. There we go. All right, that was a pain in the butt. We got it. Hide the wire there, and then the rest of the cooler will hide the rest of it. Sorry about that, chat. And then you have to pivot when you're like, wait a second. What we're gonna do here, we figure out what to do there. Perfect. Look how close this cable and the cooler and everything else gets, but there it is. All right. That was the fun part, chat. We had to kind of pivot midstream. They were like, wait a second, that's not gonna work. And I figured it out, that's gonna work. There we go. Gotta remember that for Jesse's system here in a few weeks. All right. Perfect. All right, what are we looking, chat? I was looking clean. All right, I gotta work on cable. Or honestly, all we have left after this is now just running the power supply cables, and then moving on to the GPU. So, all right, in we go, USB. This is the USB Type-C, USB connection that goes right into the cooler. That's already in now. That's all installed. Tuck this cable in down here, the rest of the cables. Cable madness, there we go. All right, on to the power supply, chat. Oh. Boom. All right, it's 12:50 today. Nice, perfect. All right. Oh, the back crack. Which 15? We have the Astral in today's build. Astral today. We have the Astral today. All right. If you guys want to see a monster build, you definitely have one today, chat. You definitely have one today. All right. Extra stuff in the bag here. These are ours. Perfect. All right, here's power supply opened up. This bad boy installed, so you can move on to the GPU. This is not my personal one. No, it's a customer build. All of our builds we do on the channel here are mostly for customers. Almost 99.9% of our customers. $1,250 watts, all the juice. That's MSI power supply today. 12 volt high power. PCIe, we're actually running for the motherboard right here. Additional PCIe slot on the side. CPU 1, 24 pin. And we need an additional CPU. There we go. All those cables there. All the other cables right here are going in this little pouch. And that's how I give this along with the power cable. I go into the motherboard box, into the shipment to the customer. So they have that. There we go. That's out of the way. All right. Start putting some cables together. Right. Heyo. What's going on, Kenneth? How are we doing today? All right. Let's clip in our twist ties off our cables. So we are working on it, and these all installed. Then connecting to the power supply, and screwing the power supply in. So I'm gonna run all the cables first, especially when we have a tight chamber back here. I'm gonna work on running all the power cables first. So today we don't have a lot of power cables, really just GPU, CPU, CPU, PCIe, which is board supports a secondary PCIe right here, another 8 PCIe by 8 right there next to the 24-pin main, and then of course the 24-pin main. So we're going to pop this in right now. First, we have 24-pin main. I'll put it right here. We're going to get around these cables, up and in, and down. 24-pin main going in now. 24-pin main is now in. Next will be our PCIe that we just mentioned. So it's our PCIe, plus our little dangle, our little diggly dangly. So to keep us all intact back here, we're just gonna take this. So it's easier to also cable manage back there. We're gonna zip tie the dongle, the little pig tip, or not, the pigtail back here. That zip tie went flying. It makes it easier for cable management later. A little excess there. Don't cut them. I've seen people cut these. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. All right, let's go here. This will go underneath, right here, to the motherboard, like so. There's our additional PCIe power. Come on, you. There it is. All lines popped in place. Looks like one big 32 pin cable. That's indeed just their power. All right. Let's go back over here. Boom. Okay. That's good there. Be nice and check. All right. There we go. Looking good. Next will be our dual EPS, which are CPU power, 1 and 2. It's got to go with right here. I don't think I can. I'm going to try get that back on if we can. Usually they make it like here so you can hide it, but I don't know if you can. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I do like the grommet idea, but not a lot of space right there. See, it just pops right back off. We'll try here in a second. Pop these two cables in. Usually they give you like a replacement grommet for that. I've seen other like brands. Let's see if there's any replacement grommets in the box here. Hold on. Because sometimes Intel's right there. Let me see if they gave us in the box. I don't see them in here. Sometimes, yeah, I don't have any replacement grommets for that one. I wish they would. Unless you notch this somehow. I like how it covers the, the empty space there, the void, shall we say, that is indeed there. We can maybe pressure it in there. Yeah, they should give you another one. Like other the compact cases, they give you that, but at least you don't see it. I'm gonna put this in here so the customer does have it. Like notch the bottom of it somehow, just to go around those flat cables. This is gonna go up and over here, and then down. Zip tied, or sorry, Velcroed in here. Monthly, hope all is well, sir. What's up, True? How are you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. True, thank you for the 34 months of Prime. I don't know how I didn't notice that. We're not getting alerts, but man. Appreciate that, True. Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well for you. Did you have a little one? Did I see like Facebook or something like that? You had a little one, True? A mini you? A mini True? Time is flying. It should be true. Have you done PC build for the 6000 card yet? You mean like, are you talking about like ADA? What kind of 6000? Are we talking about RTX? No. That won't be coming for quite some time. We're going to be in a GPU-less market for quite some time. I don't see any new GPUs coming for some years after all this nonsense. All right. Let's go for a GPU. All right. So we connect everything on the back here. CPU 1, CPU 2. Back and slide this in where the power supply goes. All right, so close here. Fix it here, tie everything together, get nice and taut. We're gonna work on that one in a minute because that cable is pretty interesting how we're gonna run the 12 volt high power. But everything else we have pretty much dialed in. Okay. Clip these two zips. Okay. All right. We shall see now how we run the 24 pin main. All the cables are in. We're going to put our screws in for the power supply, and they're onto the GPU chat. Oh, good back crack. Perfect. All right. Cable management on the back, not too bad. I have to figure out how to do this power, this 24 pin, our 12 volt high power cable. That's the one we have to kind of figure out. This one right here is kind of loose, but everything else is pretty much in the chamber in the middle, zip tied nice and tight, nice and taut. So we'll figure that out, but let's get our GPU. Sheesh. We originally quoted them the Astral, and then they were like, we have an Astral OC. And I was like, okay. So we went to the best card they make for the 5090 today, guys. This is gonna be quite the chonker, quite the chungus in here. All right. Get this bad boy opened up. Quite the chungus. Oh my, I see this box is heavy. What are they putting here? What do they give you, like a placard? Let me get this in here. Your 4-to-1 power cable. Little standoff. You get a ruler, a strap, a pin. All the little goodies that come with the, I felt like a placard because it was heavy, chat. I was just being, you know me, I'm sarcastic. Got your manual and stuff like that, all in that little slide out box. Well, really well packaged for what it is, because they don't, I mean, they try to keep it compact, yet also very pretty. The embossed lettering. And then it's good, let's take a look at what we really came to the show for today. Thick with like 10 C's. God dang. I had a 5080 build. It's our first 5090 Astral actually on the channel. No, we might have one before. When I say my God, chat, that thing is chungus. Holy moly. That is thick. It's almost as big as a case, chat. All right, we'll get the ASUS tab off, get in the box. This is all going to go back because the customer gets this. Any card of this caliber, you get the box, get everything that came with. Your own, pretty much memoir, because this is an investment card. Like, you're pretty much investing in the next 7 years of gaming with a card like this, you know? Maybe even longer now how GPUs are, but yeah. My head next to this thing, it's massive. Beefy in a word to describe it. Definitely is not a word. I don't even know how you describe this thing. Monsteroth. It's so big. All right, so we got 1, 2 here. It's gonna fit right. It's gonna be like right on top of the fans here, chat. Sucking in all that air. It's only 2 slots, by the way. But we have a built-in GPU support bracket we'll be utilizing today. It's right here. I think it's gonna fit. Hopefully it does. It's gonna be really darn close. All right. Holy cellophane. Holy cellophane. This is actually like holding like a barbell right now. This thing is like massive. 4 fans on this thing, chat. So the cooler itself is huge. I got cellophane, every little piece of cellophane in the world on this thing. It's on the light bar now. gonna put it down like this because I'm tired of holding it. I'm gonna put it down so slightly so I can get this piece of cellophane off this light bar. There's a little RGB bar here. Whew. All right, the fun part. Now we insert the chungus. We're gonna go over the top, yeah, over the top. I'm glad we picked that cable there. All right. Hold my Lanta. I don't think we get that. I don't think we get the GPU bracket any lower. Hold on, chat. I can't get the GPU bracket any lower. I gotta take that out. 1 second, chat. Actually, wait, hold on. Will it get lower? That's as low as it goes. Brackets out. For the screw, there it is. There we go. The screw goes with it. There we go. All right. Get this big chungus back in. Here we go. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to get a right angle adapter for this one there, Austin. We have that much clearance on the fans. We're gonna get a right angle cable too as well. We'll have to get an adapter for it because it's so small. Now we can go across the top. Like so. Right now it doesn't have tension on it, but this thing is riding on airflow. I'm gonna actually do a custom bracket too. Something to right there for the GPU support. Actually, I'm gonna take the padding out of that. It sits right there on the fan. It's a chungus, chat. So I'm gonna take this out. Oh, it's already there. Perfect. I need to fill this with metal, aluminum, and it'll be its own built-in GPU support bracket right there. There we go. We'll change it around and move it, because this is a chungus. I need a 180 adapter, yeah. I'm gonna get a 180 adapter before I ship it. I'm gonna see if I can get one like 2-day. Honestly, there's no pressure on the cable, but look at how close the fans are. It's like, dude, we're putting the biggest GPU in one of the smallest dual chamber cases. I knew it was gonna be tight, but alas. That is nasty. Barely enough room, yeah. You need 2 hands to put it in? I needed 2 hands. Like, but I mean, honestly, like, look, it doesn't move. So it's gonna look crazy when it's all turned on. Speaking of which, it's that time. All right, chat, let's get ready to light it up. Holy behemoth build today. Thank you guys for being patient. Somebody asked me about 7900X3D or 9850X3D. Honestly, the 9850X3D is just a bin 9800X3D. It's a massive GPU for sure. X3D chips tend to run a little hotter than the average bear. I think it's a matter of preference or application. Running air cooling on my night, it's fine. Yeah, you can run air cooling. So, Vangius, how we doing? But look at that thing thick. Can I get like that thing's thick with like 6 C's? I need to hydrate after this build, chat. Holy cow. Hydrate. All right. Guys ready to light it up? Guys ready to light this bad boy up? Hot dang. That is a beastly build. All right. Looks so clean when you put the back cover panel on. There's no wiring. I mean, they really thought this case through. For sure. There it is. Back panel's on. You guys ready to light it up? Oh, that's right. It's screwed in. I forgot to take the metal off the top before we put the thing in. All right, guys. Let's get ready to light it up. Let's go. We are going to be using the glass panel at the top. Yeah, we're doing 6 pull or 6 reverse, 2 exhaust. But yes, we'll be putting the glass panel up top. All right, that thing's crazy. Yeah, we have CU dim, so we have to scale it down. So that's what that blue screen is right there. It's sitting on that RAM, so we have to go through and dial it in. But dang, that thing pretty. That's a pretty system for sure. All right, I was tiring too. I was what? How long we been up for? Been live for how long? Where's the uptime? Usually has uptime on here. I have to look on here. I have to look on Twitch. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Sheesh. All right, chat. It is time to. Yeah, we have to get ready to put this on the build station and whatnot, but yeah. Let's see. All right, let's yeah, get on the build station. We're done. Who we were in raid today? Hold on, let's see who we're gonna raid today. Who are we raiding today? Who are we raiding today? Who can we raid on Twitch today? Appreciate that, guys. Thanks for the love and support. Let's go raid. Let's see who we follow we can raid. Show some love. Who are we following we can raid today? Let's see. Let's go raid. We're gonna raid Nat today. Guys, we're gonna hang out with Nat. She's been live for 3 hours. We're gonna raid Nat. If you guys don't know who Nat is, she is a full-time Call of Duty and FPS creator, and she's doing the Trials of Avalon 65K event with Shifty, Z Smith, and Almond. And we've built for 3 of the 4 people on that team. I think did we build for Almond? Built for a lot of people in the Warzone space. Anyways, go hang out with Nat as she's going through this event today. Show a lot of love. Drop some follows. I guess they're ready to go into the lobby. So go hang out with her and the rest of the team there. I will see you guys Friday. I'm not sure if we're building or doing a gaming stream. I've told them somebody might be doing a new game that we're going to be working with. So a new FPS game. So we're going to hang out with us then. Yeah, I think we built all 4 of their PCs, which is really cool to see too. So go hang out with Nat. She's gaming. Have a great rest of your day. Show them the build as well. So show her a lot of love. And I'll see you guys Friday, all right? Much love, guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thanks for spending your Wednesday here with us on YouTube, on Kick, on Twitch, and also on X. So thanks for the love, guys. I'll see you guys Friday.